Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. If you're new here, my name is Elena. I'm a homeschooling mama to 3 kiddos, and here on the channel we talk about everything from homeschooling, homemaking, all the things in between. I didn't really tidy up. I probably should have done a better job, but let's get into it. Today I am going to dive into my, I guess it's like my wellness planner / journal. I'll link the video for you if you missed the setup of this, but January did not go as planned. So this first section, I didn't actually get any of my macro meals in here. So that's something that I'm going to come back in and still plan on doing. I'm going to hold that space for it. But for January, I was just jotting down little things here and there, and I had to go back and plan a couple of things that I didn't do. So I want to have an idea of February, a little bit something that I want to do. I got to redate it and get that done. But then here I was putting down, you can see I didn't get all of it filled out. So the top portion here was supposed to be for gratitude. Here was just like a small journaling space. And then down here, I think I was just putting down some of like a habit tracker almost. But you can see I didn't really, this week I didn't do it. This week I went and backtracked, and then, yeah, I don't have a monthly review. I think I'll journal here for this first month. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do here. But I went ahead and I redated the February months. My kiddos are upstairs with me. I said I'm a homeschooling mama, and my kiddos are usually always with me. And so we just try to fit in filming when we can. It's not always ideal with the noise level, but we're going to try to make it work. They're supposed to be cleaning their room, but you know how that goes. Anyways, back to this. So these are 2 different months. I just used the February. Don't forget how wildly capable you are. But I just used this side, and then I don't think I had the other matching page, I guess. Or no, that's why I needed this layout for this page, but I needed this monthly tab. So there are 2 different ones, but it's okay. We'll come back to it. What I think I'm going to do for the monthly setup, though, for this, let's actually take these back out. I'm going to put here on the side. It's so cold. I have my coffee in our travel mug because it keeps it warmer longer. It's just super cold today. So I put it in there to kind of help keep it warmer longer, which could backfire on me because then I could be drinking coffee longer than I really need to be, but it's okay. So I'm looking for, here we go. I was looking for highlighters. So here on the side, I think I'm just going to put some of my February goals down. I make monthly goals, but this is going to be just for the ones that are health related, or, you know, my wellness related ones. So I went ahead and put in my goals, 2 goals, and then as you saw, I just cut these stickers out. I think they said like appointment or meeting or something, but I cut them out because they looked a little winterish to me. But one of my goals for February in the health and wellness department is to get some outside time. So getting sun when I can. Right now, I'm so grateful the sun is out, but it is also only like 5 degrees outside. So we're gonna wait a little bit. Maybe we'll just get sun through a window, but getting sun when I can. And then I made myself a note to find ways to love winter, to thrive and not just survive, because I think I'm just trying to get through the winter months. And I mean, that's okay, but it would be better if I could find ways to really find the little things to love about it. So for instance, this month I have another birthday for one of my kiddos, and it's Valentine's Day, and those are things that I can incorporate throughout our month and really just focus on that and loving it about it. Other things are like crisp walks when it comes out. Sometimes when it snows, it's actually warmer when the snow finally breaks through. And just finding ways that I can, little things that I can love about the winter so that I'm not so prone to being sad and in my head. So if you have things that you love about winter, would you comment them down below and share with me? Because I'm really just trying to find ways to, like I said, just thrive in this season and not feel like I'm just surviving it. The other thing is to track my macros. You need to know how much you're really eating. Give it a good solid month. So like I said, January, I was all over the place. I wasn't solid. It wasn't consistent. And then this little fact, weekends make up 40% of the week. So, you do good really like Monday through Friday, and then the weekends come and you're like, oh, well, that is a huge portion of your week. And so just want to keep that at the forefront. I thought about putting washi and decorating, but I think I'm just going to leave it for now. I've got it dated. I've got the goals here. And then, like I said, I think I'm just going to leave the rest there. I have the sticker book next to me, so maybe I'll just put. So one of the things that I wanted to be sure I was doing was tracking my cycle on here, because I noticed there's a lot of changes that happen throughout the month because of my cycle, because of my hormones, I think. So I've been trying to here and there do some research on it. One of the things that I had was, I think her channel name is Misfit and Nerdy. I will link it down below. I've linked her before, but she has a video on training and eating around your menstrual cycle. And so if you sign up for her email, she'll send you a couple of printouts that you can print out and put it, well, for me, I'm going to put it in here. I had it in another one of my training fitness journals. My little man is in here with me now. It is working out to be a tougher day with kiddos, but that's okay. We're going to push through. We're going to get through this. So, the first page is just about your menstrual cycle, the different kinds of phases, and then she has a training with your cycle, and then eating for your cycle. So this is a lot of good information that I want to put in here. The last time I tried tracking this, I found that I didn't really match up all of the phases. And so that's what I wanted to pay attention to this time around is, well, where exactly does that ring true for me? Because this is just a general, this is what's typical and what's happening. But of course, I'm imagining this cannot be true for every single woman. So this is a kind of general guideline, and that's, I want to just kind of figure out a little bit more what it means for me and where I'm at and how it affects my training and how I can better prepare for both training and eating and having things prepped. So I'm going to cut these down to size. I printed it at 82%, and then I'm going to just put them in. Now, when I printed it at 82%, you can see it didn't leave much room on this side for the hole punching. I may cut in ever so slightly into the pictures here, but I think for the most part we'll be okay. What I wanted to do was kind of color mark each phase and then mark that in here, but I think I will do that after the fact to see where it kind of lines up and if it was ringing true for me, because I have an estimated date because of the Fitbit watch that I wear. It tracks your cycle as well, so I have an estimated date of when I'll be able to start, but after we miscarried, it switched it up a little bit, and so it's a little bit, we're still getting kind of down to the T, getting the dates right. Sorry. Yeah, sorry for the stuttering. It's still hard. Anyways, so I think that's what I'll do with that. So I'll get this plugged in, cut down and plugged in there, but that's where I'll leave this for now. This section, this will be the first week. So clearly I need to redate it. And then I also wanted to set up down here what I want to be tracking, the habit tracker type thing. Right now he's just leaving it blank, and I think it's just too much room, and I'm just tracking kind of different things every day. So let's get it dated first. think this is where we're gonna leave it for now. I went ahead and put in my fitness goals for here. I redated the month, and then I just marked a couple of special days that we have going on this month. Here's where I'll recap. I just write a little note about the day, so it's some kind of a monthly view of the month. And then I set up the first week. I haven't quite got my colors down. I haven't, it's not pretty. It's purely just going to be functional at this point to try to get me back in my groove and see how I want to best utilize this for me and what's going to work for me in my life right now, because what works for me may not work for you. What works this week for me may not work for next week. Like, it's just how seasons go, right? So for now, here's the idea of this. Here, I just put some skinny washi to cover up the titles, but this is going to be like a small gratitude list. Here is going to be like a longer space to a quick journal. And then down here, I just use those pens or highlighters that I showed you and use some little stickers to kind of mark what I wanted to be tracking. So here I'm going to be tracking my water, how much water I'm getting in. I typically aim for half of my body weight, a little bit more than half of my body weight, in ounces. The next line is going to be working out. If I got a workout in, what I did to move my body. This one, I just used a little weather sticker on this side because I was getting tight here. If I got any outside time that day, if I got to sit in the sun, or if I walked outside and got some outside time like that, or if the only outside time I got was because we were running errands, then I would put that in here. The next one has just a little fork and spoon, and that is just going to be my reminder. Did I track my macros that day, and where is our range? That's one of the goals for this month, is to get consistent on tracking. So where was I at with that? And then here, it just had a little sticker that it said, enjoy the moment. And it's going to be something that I did for me. So as a homeschooling mom with a super hardworking husband and no family help, or we don't even have community out here, you can imagine that there's a lot on the plate. So it can be hard to find small moments to have me time, or whatever you want to call it. So I kind of get creative in thinking about what self-care looks like for me. Self-care that day could be taking a shower. Like, some days that is just the minute I had. Other days it could be finally organizing the junk drawer. Like, it just made me feel so good to get that done and get that project over with. Another day, self-care for me could look like finally baking fresh bread for my family and feeling really good about it, getting it done. So whatever my self-care looks like that day, I'm going to mark it down here. And then you can see I have lines that are skipped, so if I find that there's something a little extra I want to add, I can. We're just going to run it through this week and see how that'll work. So that's my setup. I think I'm going to come back into and cover this. Let's see if we can find like a motivational. So I knew I had a couple of older like quote boxes, so I'm going to put that there. This one just says she believed she could. She believed she could, so she did. It doesn't cover the whole month, but that's okay. For now, I'm going to leave this here. Blessings this week and grateful for. I may go back in. I think I was using this more to cut down my monthly goal and put them in weekly reminders of it. But for just now, I'm going to leave that just like that. I didn't do anything to the garden section this time. It's still just got the seeds that we need to get going. To be honest, I didn't get to that yet. And we are at the end of the month. Today is the last day of the month at the day of filming. But grace upon grace. Like, we'll get to the projects when we get to the project. That also could be a little self-care thing that I get done though. So that is it. That's where I'm going to end this video for now. Thanks for hanging out with me and getting my wellness planner set up. I hope that this was of some use to you. If nothing else, maybe it was just entertaining for you to watch me struggle with the washi and hear my kiddos in the background. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you don't know, or if you just need a reminder, may please be the one to tell you you are deeply and truly loved and so appreciated. I honestly, truly, really appreciate you taking your time out and spending it here with me. Thanks so much for watching.